Technology, technology, technology. So we are back. We are back. So let's see. While Instagram send out your notifications. Welcome back, guys. We were having some technical problems. I got a call and it just knocked out everything. So welcome back. Welcome back. We are talking to Professor Orville Hall. Yeah, the expression boss himself. The expression boss himself. And we're just about wrapping up. He is pretty much going into details regarding his struggles before his success. Again, as I often say, struggles are deemed differently by everybody. Yeah. Success is also deemed differently by everybody. So your struggle might not be my struggle, vice versa, right? But Orville, hey, Den, hey, Heartburn, Case J, Janice, guys, everybody that is on right now, I want to thank you so much for coming on. Thank you so much for sticking with us. Thank you so much. And if you have my WhatsApp number and my phone number, please don't stop calling me when you lick up my thing. All right, that goes for you, Denise. Yeah, I saw messages coming in from you. Stop calling my phone. All right, so I'm gonna block you. Okay, so Orville, I am seeing here. Chantel, Henry, thank you guys so much for coming on. How is it though? How is it? Are you learning anything from this conversation? Was there anything that did you know that Orville was a shoemaker? That he was a shoemaker. Who knew that he was a fashion designer from them time there? Hence the reason why he is the boss that he is now. Who knew that he was a shoemaker? Raise your hand. Anybody know that? Nobody knows that. Him wear some bad shoes, yes, but who did know that? Let me see. Anybody didn't know I'm a shoemaker? A lion or tell, never know nothing, because I didn't know.
Never know. Them never know. They make them sit here. They make them sit here, they never know.
Them lie about them no long time.
They never know.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much for your patience. It's just my phone going on and off. This is why I miss the studio sometimes. But then again, I don't miss it because if I was doing it, more than if a flyer from Jamaica come up here.
You see it?
You see what I'm
Yeah.
But thank you again so much for coming on. Thank you for not giving up on us. Thank you for seeing little people like me when on the street and just have a normal conversation, because sometimes because when I met you, I'm just fresh into the media life, fresh. The first time I saw you perform on stage, I messed it. Wait, the first thing that grabbed my attention was your waistline, not gonna lie. Hubby, it's just my friend. It's just my friend. And just make it. That was the first thing that grabbed my attention, was your waistline. But then having a conversation with you and the way that you are normal, and you're not hype as some of these artists that I have encountered with. And I want to thank you so much for being human. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And you often said is that you are the way you are because of how you were brought up. Humble beginnings is the reason you are like that. And boy, it sometimes you come from humble beginnings though, and you change after a while.
Yeah.
And the fact that you not change, you come like some old penny, but can't change the color. And you know them penny though, right? But can't change no matter where you put them in. Them just can't change. I must say, big ups to that, and thank you so much for everything that you're doing. So before
big up Orville, the showmaker. Look here, Stacy, come, Stacy, why you not going and allow me about the shoemaker? A shoemaker, you want to say? What you mean? Proud shoemaker.
I know. Orville, this is something that you need to go back into doing now, because right now them have some designers about the place that do all kind of stuff. So what do you think about going back into your shoe business?
I'm prepared for everything.
See what I'm talking about? That's my baby right there.
I'm prepared.
Look at
it's
you.
about breaking barriers. It's about developing
Broke
on legacy.
them down.
Yeah, man. It's about developing
Yeah.
on legacy, things that you come from see. How do you
Yeah.
take it from one place to the next? Because I realized in 2020, early 2020, that this pandemic was going to hit,
Yeah, yeah.
and we had to get creative.
Right, right, right.
We just had to get creative. So we just I always tell people that when you know you,
Yeah.
you'll be able to know other people.
100%.
But don't try to run up, because we have a tendency of being very judgmental.
Yes.
So we talk about what a person is, what they've become, and all this time
Don't know what they're
you're really
coming
not
from.
opening yourself. You're really not
Yeah.
looking at yourself to understand you, so you can understand other people. So we
Right, right.
deflect a lot, we point the finger a lot. We
Yeah.
become persons who speak of the problem rather than finding solutions.
Solutions.
And
True.
it was at extent that we were taught, once there's a problem, there's usually 5 or 6 solutions. So don't think problem, that the problem already exists. You know what I mean? Then send them come and we'll fix them. But look here, if I pull out of the side, bad blow up, and drop 2 tack in them. I mean, one dark. Then my sure say, when you buy some shoes, and the cost of the shoes, if it ever pull out of the side, you feel like you're not mad. Just watch how me glow up some shoes, some people around here.
I don't know how she's all the way in the States. I don't know how you're gonna send them
That's
shoes there.
what
All the persons in UK right now who are on, I'm seeing US, Texas, Prashana, New York, all over the world that is actually on right now. And I know that later on you'll be seeing it on my Planted But Needed Water YouTube channel as well. Thank you guys so much for the support. Orville, one more thing before. You know what? This pandemic is driving people crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It is, I've had persons on this show who have said that they have attempted suicide on several occasions. Since a part of my ministry as well is that I'm a motivational speaker. I deal with women in crisis, or youths in crisis. So these are things that I see on a day-to-day persons who are persons that are just depressed and they feel as if it's time to give up. Right? Being the person that you are right now and your past, what would you say to people who are actually saying, you know what, this pandemic is driving me crazy. I don't have a job. My family is out of work. Everything is just going the total opposite of how I had wanted it, right?
Yeah.
Or planned it. What would you say to these persons right now who are actually listening to you?
All right. There's so many cliche things I could say, but when persons are alone with themselves, and they're the ones that can see their situation, sometimes it's difficult to say, what exactly would I say to you? The thing that I know will work is you have to have at least one person
That
that
you
you
can.
can speak to. At least one person that you can just let it out to. You have to make sure that there is that one person that you can say, let me tell you where I feel. Because bottling things inside is never, ever going to be a solution. Ever. When in 2020, in January 2020, I started an Asian tour. Myself and Shelly Expressions. We did 5 countries in Asia. We started in China and ended in the Philippines. And when I got back to Jamaica, I realized that this thing is going to hit, you know.
Yeah.
We need to start shifting what we're doing online. We did that, but that could only last for so long and no longer.
Right, right.
And I start talk to my group. I start talk to the dancers them, and I start say, what we're gonna do? Like honestly, what we're gonna do? But this is real. This is happening. But me did have them, and them did have me. Now we are now talking to the person who don't have somebody immediately beside them.
Right.
I said to you, find somebody. We were never designed to be apart like this, you know, as humans.
Yeah.
We're designed to interact. We're interacting beings. So if you find yourself, people brag about this. Me not a friend, you know. What do you mean? What do you mean? That life don't work like that.
Yeah.
Don't fool yourself. Don't fool yourself. Don't fool yourself because your figure say it is the thing to say. It's a hip thing to say. You're not a friend. You know, deal with people. There is something wrong with your mental structure to think like that.
Yeah.
So you have to get to a place where you can reach out to somebody and say, give me a minute of your time. There's no shame in that.
Yeah.
Speak to people. And one of the reasons why today I was doing a class with 3 young ladies from Poland. And I was saying to them that one of the reasons why I love dance hall so much is that there's no lie in dance hall. I mean, I talk about some of the new things that I'm going with now, but the dance hall space don't harbor lies. It is too truthful for some people.
Yeah.
Because they expect people to articulate things a specific way. So some people hide behind hypocrisy and colorful words. When somebody step in a dance hall and dance, they're dancing what them feel, them a dance them truth. Like it. I classify it as certain things, but it's really them letting it save a lot of people. It save a lot of people to go out there and dance a particular kind of way.
Oh no, Orville, one sec. Garrett, please let please stay back for cheese. I am so sorry. Okay.
No man, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So we have been taught there's a major breaking up happening to us as.
Okay, bye. Have a good night. I'm sorry. She want to say bye. Go back to daddy. No. Derek. Okay, I'm sorry. She want to say good night before she goes to bed.
Okay. Yeah, man.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Jesus God, I'm so sorry. Because I'm normally not up this late, right? So she's going to bed now, so she want to kiss and say good night. Yeah. I am so sorry. This has never happened.
You have to make sure you get that. Yeah, man. But, why I can appreciate, and it was a no-brainer to do a program like this. I prefer to do a program like this with 10 people online than a program with thousands where there's no substance.
Yeah.
Substance mean a whole lot to me. You know, it's not numbers. It has never been about numbers for me. It's about
I
how
love
do
that.
we speak to a small group of people who you are certain will
Yes.
mobilize another small
Yeah.
group. You get what I say? I talk to 10
Yes.
people, would like the 10 to motivate 20 rather than talking to 1,000 and they
Yes.
leave there empty and them don't motivate one person.
True.
There are so many things that need, I mean, the program is broad. It's not just about me being a dance and the things that I have accomplished. What I want people to realize is how they're carefully breaking us up into groups, turning our women against men. You know, they're carefully
Come on. What is going on?
how do we stay planted? We can't stay planted if we don't understand what a man's role is in a woman's life. We can't stay planted if a man not realize that the hand that rocks the cradle is the hand that rules the world. We can't stay planted if we don't realize, say, if a woman verbalize certain things to a man, you are breaking his spirit. If you want to break a man's spirit, make a woman dog him, make a woman talk ill about him. Only two people him can run to. When a woman tell him off and tell him, say, him a shit house and him not son of who. So if we don't strategically realize, say, man and woman, a black man and a black woman together can build an empire rather than. I had an observation the other day. Are you aware that a woman, I think I said it on even a woman with a good man, some women will have a good man in their lives, but they will still entertain a conversation with other women as to how doggish men are.
True. True.
And we have a good man in our life, because it now becomes the norm to do it. It becomes the
True.
norm to talk bad about a black man. It becomes norm to say all men are dogs. It becomes norm for you to know, how do we fix it? How do we fix it? That's what I mean. How do we fix it? How do we get? We step into adult consensual relationship, knowing that if we are at a certain age, we've already gone through certain experiences, and the only thing that we can think about making this union now is compromise. Not for me to change you or you to change me, but compromise. How are we going to stay together? How are we going to weather this storm, knowing that the only end result we want is to build an empire? That should be the only thing, We are building an empire. No, the minute we make the decision, they say, listen, Antoinette, me and you joining a union, mutually, we agree. We want to, this is the end result. Now, once we set our end result, remember what I said earlier? Prepare for the problems. This is just one thing you mustn't forget.
Yeah.
The end result that you set. That's what you're going for.
Right.
The end result. So, somebody will come say to you. Somebody might say to you, say, I don't think you should have gotten involved with that guy because.
Yeah.
And Orville, I don't think you should have gotten involved with her now because I hear that her father, and yeah, but hold on there. It's not her father. It's not it is us in this moment. How do we push these things aside? How do we keep our eyes on the prize? How do we realize that, if we go back into history and find out who we are in terms of kings and queens and some of the things that we've contributed to that has developed this entire civilization, we would have no issues getting together and staying together. There's no empire that was not built on blood, sweat, and tears. So why would we be any different? Why would you not expect that it is going to come? But there's only one thing should be in your head: the end result.
Love that.
It has to be the end result. It has to be, where are we going? Okay, we're together. What are we? What am I contributing to you? What are you contributing to me?
Right.
What do we have in common? What do we have to compromise about? Okay, so you don't like this, I don't like this. So let's work out the compromise. Let's not talk about what we have in common. We know that it's going to happen naturally. But what do we have to compromise now? Once we can get past the compromising stage, right? We'll compromise and we'll understand, say, all right, I am not with it, but I respect the reason why you want to do that.
Right.
Some of the things that have never happened in my life. When I was growing up as a youth, things where other people did like, other youth like me did like, I didn't like it. Even some of my friends them used to bash me. I never liked going into go-go clubs. I never liked to see women doing certain things. Youth, youth. And they must say, what? What do you mean? It is going to be news to a lot of people. I've never had a one-night stand in my life. All of my friends them was that. They live for that. They live for them something. I never, you know why? Because I'm a conversationist. We have to talk. You cannot stir my waistline if you don't stir. Yeah. So, I just mean that. Some virgin might look and say, but you never live, brother. What you mean? You never have a one night stand. You never. No, brother. And I've never felt like I should have. Never. Because me love to talk. Me love to know who you be. Who are you? Me love conversation. I just me that so. Mama's boy. See me here? See me over here, so. Yeah, man, but it came with it came with values. But me can appreciate more at this stage in my life. I can appreciate it. And I can appreciate the fact that I can still, you know what my biggest challenge has been? When stay planted and we're talking facts and facts.
Yes.
Over the last couple of months, you know what my biggest challenge has been? My major success has been the bartender. My major success was picking up my phone last year, April, and showing all who call themselves videographer that it could be done on a cell phone. Everything that people say on the bartender was shot and edited and music put on a phone and still is being done on a phone.
Wow.
Every single thing what people say is shot on a phone. So much so, the phone that I'm speaking on now will never be sold. Won't stop working, I'm going to frame it because it start the bartender. It do 3 seasons of the bartender, 3.5 seasons of the bartender. And because of it, I was able to monetize a YouTube page and use money from the YouTube page to buy a better phone. That has been my biggest success story, knowing, say, I did that and it is now a household name.
Love it.
But what has been my major challenge? My mother is 86, my father is 85. My mother is still very strong. Say, one of my adopted sister here, the little place, your kitchen, Marjorie. This is nearly 40 years of friendship. See it? That's my bona fide history. So she know the history. My biggest challenge has been having to be my father's caretaker. That's been my biggest challenge. Adjusting my mind, because me not bring the nurse to come look after my father. And she can tell you. And my mother moves around, she still cooks, she still clean, she still wash at 86. My father is 1 year younger, but he did a lot of strenuous work, so now he has chronic arthritis and he's bedridden. See? And I have to clean him. Me have to clean my own man. Take care of my own man. But don't go a street if I have to. Or when I shoot bartender and them things there. And then I shot come back home to take care of my old man. But I had to adjust my brain to that. If I see the man who used to take care of me, I have to take care of him. But I wouldn't have it any other way. But it's still it's still something there. But I am now at a place where I can say, yeah, my job that. And that me go do. And I send my old man in a nursing home. And anybody that come look after him must be when me busy. So when them come, them I go see how me treat him, so them know say anything less than that.
That kind of treatment him forget. Yeah. Right. God.
So I can tell you, my passion come with the things that I truly believe in. So when people hear me talk with a certain level of passion, no, I believe in it. I can't shake my foundation. I'm firmly planted. Because I understand who me is and what me want out of life. Me not going nowhere without the people them who me start this with. Me not going nowhere without a Shelley expression. Me not going nowhere without a Stacey expression. Me not going nowhere because they were there. So everywhere people look, them did it. So me make sure, you can't call me one side and say, you know, some ever like a rare for the but you can't do it. You have to do it without them. No, they're a part of this building. And I'm happy that this happened at this stage. So when people say, so when the world open up back, I have to run, go, your son, Ray. And your old man, you're not going to get somebody for it. At 35, count from 1 to 35, at 35 countries may travel. 35. And in some of those countries, it's 6 and 7 cities may go. And what people don't know, I'm afraid of heights. I'm afraid to fly. So know this. I traveled to those countries because it was a calling, it was a journey that I had to do. But if for me alone, I don't go sit down and explain, all right. And people might think I joke me. I'm like, nope. If me run go New York, I look for my brother and so fine. But I have done, me do 16-hour flights, me do 21-hour flights, me do 18-hour flights. Me know. To sit in my living room, right in a couch here, for my S20 and edit a episode of Bartender and put that on a Sunday and watch people interact and then send me a DM and say, you made my Sunday evening better than going for any flight. Because I am moving and entertaining and having some people forget them problems for 45 minutes on a Sunday evening. My chest feel tight the way I'm passionate about this. I'm good. So when people, I want more motivate people. I want to, that's my journey. I was never formally trained as a teacher, but I teach for 11 years because I was born to teach. I have to learn how to teach because I was born to teach. When other people get formal training. When I went to Exeter, beg my way there. Beg, say, let me learn. Just give me a dancehall class for do. Me will do the rest. Me will do the rest. The people that me take around me, me take them when other people not believe or other people exploit them. I was moved to this program when you were speaking to Shanice. I'm a picnic that. I'm a picnic that because she has been to hell and back. I'm a picnic that. Kavan, I'm a picnic that. And people around the world think that Kavan, I'm a formal picnic, my birth picnic. And Shanice. And people, and I mean, you see, I'm okay with changing the world 2, 3 persons at a time. You know? I don't need to change 20. You know? What I can guarantee is that once you come around me, you never leave the same person.
100%.
You'll never leave.
100%.
You'll never leave the same person. Because people don't know when need have to log off and log on back when you talk to Shanice. Because I guess it, I know it. I know it. There are things where if you talk to Shanice about, not even she can tell you the full story of it because she was absent some of the times. She was absent some of the times. And we did it with it the same way. So some people don't even know. But I am, when there's a calling in your life, you really can't do nothing about it, you know. You can't do nothing about it but do it. You can't run away. You can't walk away from it. It is not locked into how much money you make. My success is not a dollars and cents thing. It's not a dollars and cents. My success I have nothing to do with dollars and cents. My success has to do with the value, what my value is and what my worth is. My worth is you can't put a dollar value upon my worth. Upon what me have to add to this life and when me have to continue to give to this life. When me put out there and have somebody call me and break down in tears and say, sir, I have never in my life thought that I would see my image on a screen that looked like something in a movie theater. I never know would have see that in my life. And you gave me that opportunity. You make me sit down and watch myself on a screen with all of the formalities of something on Netflix or something I used to show in a Caribbean. You just give me $1 million. You just give me $1 million. That's what you just give me. When me can go somewhere and take a youth from a grimy place in a Kingston or a grimy place in a Spanish town and put him on the screen and him can say to me, say, you know, say, all of the dog them round my corner now see me as a star father. You know, when you come round there, come see if you can get a couple of them on it too. Yeah, man. You just give me $1 million. And you can't give me $1 million, you can't give me $1 million physically to sell that out or sell that shop.
Yeah.
Keep your money. What I want to do is continuously motivate somebody to motivate 2 other people. That's my calling. I may learn that. That's why I tell you say you're born 2 times. The day you realize that stay planted is going to be your journey, and you're going to pull some people with you, that would it have nothing to do with the fact that you have 500 people logged on. It have nothing to do with the fact that you just want to know, so when you're done, somebody can hit up your inbox and say, Antoinette, you said the program last night. One life you save? Yeah, man. That's good. That's cool. That me want to. That's my calling. My born to motivate people. My born for teach. My born for teach. And if I wouldn't be anybody. I mean, if that is taken away from me, then I wouldn't need to be here. I wouldn't need to be here. And I just want the opportunity to continue to make people forget what is happening, or to move forward knowing that you have. Do you know the passage called Desiderata?
No.
There's a passage called Desiderata. I'd like you to look it up on Google. It says, go placidly amid the noise and haste, and remember what peace there may be in silence. As far as possible without surrender, be on good terms with all persons. Speak your truth quietly and clearly, and listen to others, even the dull and ignorant. they too have their story. It's a longer passage, but listen. Go placidly amid the noise and haste, and remember what peace there may be in silence. No matter how noisy life is around you, find peace inside yourself. Because if you're standing in a crowd where people just make noise, you have to go in yourself to silence what is happening outside. You can't just say to the people, yo, stop the noise, man, you disturb me. Go inside yourself. Go placidly amid the noise and haste, and remember what peace there may be in silence. Not the silence around you, the silence in your soul. It says, speak your truth quietly and clearly. Quietly. If you want to irritate me, shout what you believe at me, you're begging for confrontation. Speak your truth quietly and clearly. Why we say speak your truth? Because truth is relative. What is true to you might not be true to me. That's why you have to speak it quietly. Because truth is relative. What you find as true might not be the same thing I find as true. Every single thing in this life have resistance. Everything, single thing in this life can be argued. Everything, single thing in this life, people will say, because you have people who talk about God, you have other people say, I'm an atheist or I believe in the devil. So every one of them can be argued. But how do I get you to listen? Because I'm speaking my truth quietly and clearly. Listen to others, even the dull and ignorant. They too have their story. Why should I listen to the dull and ignorant? Why? You know why? Because that's a perception. It don't mean them dull and ignorant. That's just how you see them. Maybe because they're not listening to you. Dull and ignorant? What do you mean? Maybe because I don't believe in what you're saying, because I'm not following the narrative that you're following, it makes me dull and ignorant. We're having the same thing now, where we have vax against anti-vax.
Anti-vax, yeah.
So how did we get to this place? Are we so stupid that we didn't see that they segregated us years ago as black people? No, you have them telling you that the vax must be against the anti-vax. Like, what sense is it making? Are we learning? How do we speak to our people? How do we get them to a place to understand that it is okay to disagree? It is okay. We were socialized differently. It is okay. But I can go respecting what your view on the matter.
Yeah.
But social media has turned us into monsters because we can hide behind a keyboard and bang with fingers and say anything that we feel to say. So we have to get to a place where your program take 20 people and educate them. Your program brings somebody on the program that when they're speaking for 2 hours is just 20 people, but 20 people that's listening. Rather than 50 people who isolated and their mind they're all over the place and them a jump on and them now bother listen because it not sound like Orville talk about sex and him not talk about how much woman he did sleep with and not talk about him and who did a war in the business. And you get what I say?
Yeah.
We really have to get to this place where there are some simple things that we can go back to. Read Desiderata. It is its own little Bible. That one little passage is its own little Bible. It ends by saying, it tells you that believe in God, whatever you conceive him to be. It tells you, say, like the trees and the stars, you have a right to be here. Just like everything. Why are you here? It must be for a reason. And if you pass a certain stage in your life, start search for your purpose. Start search for your purpose. If there's anybody on this life who don't figure out what their purpose is yet, stop for a moment, take some time with yourself. We don't take enough time for ourselves.
True.
We don't take enough time for ourselves. We don't take meditation time. We get caught up with everything that is happening on social media. And we're sending it up on social media if you want to do something positive. Go up on YouTube, type in meditation music. Plug in your headset, lay down, take 3 deep breaths, and block your mind and absorb that music. It replenishes your soul. send it up on YouTube, go do something positive. Don't listen to nothing else. Don't watch what them say happened to Jack Cure. Don't watch what them say who has said this. Don't watch what them say how much people are mandate this. Don't watch how much people who have said just for 30 minutes of your day, every single day. Replenish your soul. Your soul. The thing that moves you. The thing that mobilizes you. No matter what we're doing in this life, we realize that the body is never going to be here to stay. But there's an essence in us that will live on. There's an essence in us that must live on. Because the most powerful things in this life is unseen. Remember that. If you're going at the head, you can take out somebody's brain. But where is the mind?
Good question.
If you do something wrong, if you do something wrong, what bothers you? Your conscience. Can you take your conscience and put in my hand? No. Can I ask you to go outside and collect some wind and car come give me? No. The most powerful things, it means that the most powerful thing that drives us is our frequency.
Yes.
The frequency. Stop for a minute and always think about what is going to come out of your mouth, because word sound is power.
Yo,
it's no joke when the Bible tells us in the beginning was the word.
The word was God.
The word.
Oh my God.
Because the word is what can make you and break you. Think about every war that ever started in this world. It never starts physically. It starts from the word. It starts from somebody saying, do this for me. I'm saying, nah, do it.
Wow.
World war start because of that. One country move in from the next country, and one country say, you can't go down there and trouble them people, and the next country say, you can't tell me that war start. The word.
Professor Orville Hall, I can't even ask you if you have any regrets. Because
not one. Not one. I am who I am today because of mistakes that I made, wrong roads that I went on, and there's nothing in my life that I couldn't speak on this program. Because the mistakes that me make is nothing where I gonna make me cringe and say, yo, brother, my member say, no. Because for me, let me tell you the worst thing we can do now is if you were ever unkind or damaging to a female. And this is where I wring out my heart. No, me I see too much hype on the internet. Tanya Stevens going through it. Other people going through it because them hold things inside of them for 20 years, for 30 years that a man did to them. I mean, I have no patience. No, if me have a friend when me find out say you did do that to the woman there, brother, me you not talk no more. No. Me don't listen to R. Kelly music no more. Me don't listen to R. Kelly music no more. I know some person say, yeah, but R. Kelly's music, no. You were supposed to help save the black race. You can't come be one of the demons, them, brother. You can't come be one of the demons when you damage a female. And mark you, there are females out there that can be just as dangerous, just as devious.
It's true.
But generally, I am saying we abuse our power as men. Women, please be careful the things that come out of your mouth when you're talking to men. You will break their spirit, and a man can only retaliate physically. They're physical beings. See? Physical abuse verbal abuse is just as bad as physical abuse. If we're not living with nothing else, there has to be a coming together of the black race all over the world. There has to be a coming together. Think about what your contribution is going to be to your race. Not just you, not just something that will benefit you. What is your contribution to your race? Just like how me want to have a black Netflix. Just like how I would like put up something where everything is Jamaican. Just like how my dream is to teach dancehall and everything dancehall in an institution in Jamaica where you can be formally trained. Just like how when me leave Exed, me promise myself, say, I'm going to write a dancehall course outline where dancers can be trained. And now I have a dancehall course outline that is accredited by Heart, where I am going to teach 240 dancers over a 3-year period for them to get accredited, and not one of them have to pay for themselves because the government have paid for them. And it took me 5 years. 5 years of sitting down and tweaking and calling people and asking them, oh, no, do the little thing for me. And people taking it and pushing it under the bottom of the pile. And somebody finding it at the bottom of the pile and putting it on top and say, why is Mr. Hall course outline here after 5 years and nobody no look on it, when this is one of the best thing to happen to our culture in terms of dance? Why is nobody looking at it? And them accredit it and say, sir, we would like you to teach 240 dancers over a 3-year period. All the dancers have to do is turn up for 3 months out of them life, 1 semester, and they will be accredited. And anybody will know anything about Heart. Heart accreditation is also international.
International.
So, don't label me. Don't make, because of what is happening in this pandemic, make you stop to wonder if I am vaccinated or unvaccinated. And if you find out that I'm not vaccinated, then I become a deviant and I become somebody. Think about what I've done to my country, for my country. I started, myself and my business partner started in the inner cities of Jamaica, a thing called Dancehall Hostel in 2013. To date, we have taken more than 1,000 people physically into Jamaica as a part of community tourism. For 3 years straight, 2018, 2019, 2020, we have won the Bookings.com Guest Review Award. And we're in the ghetto. When we tell people, say we're going to bring white people, come down here, come stay at the place, them say that will never happen. No white people. Taxi did afraid for come down at the lane. Now them are race for come down here.
Yo.
But you would want to know whether I'm vaccinated or I'm unvaccinated, and then we're going to have a war. For that, come on now. We're bigger than that. How do we build our race? How do we strengthen our economy? How do we go to a place where we read and understand the power of our ancestors? How do we find a way to build on their legacy? Them things that we talk about.
Yo, when we talk about reason with a seasoning,
Yeah,
we definitely have to do part 2, Professor Hall.
yeah, man.
My friend, my dupes, my mentor, my Sam, one of your biggest fan. I tell you, I am not often starstruck, not at all, because of my background and what I've been doing for years. But when I talk to people like you, it's like this level of humility just did it. This high level of respect. It was there from the initial stage, but now gone higher. Higher. You have no idea. To know that I knew some things about you, but the fact that me know more now, if me love you one more time, Mr. Boy. No, I can't say that.
Yeah, man. The reason with season, free up, man. Free up, internet. Yeah, man. Free up, man. The reason with season, man.
I guess that, but I thank you so much. How many persons were blessed by this conversation? Send me a message, please. Send me a message. Send me a message. What are some of the questions that you want me to ask Orville on part 2? Yeah, I'm seeing part 2. Part 2. Yeah. Let me know. This was good. This man have me balling, and this is one of the things that I say, yo, I'm not going to do on this show ever again. And he did it without even have to try. So have me all teared up and everything. Don't do that ever again. Promise me. Okay, apology accepted. You see how quick? Apology accepted. Guys, thank you so much. We are senior comments, and we just want to thank you so much for participating. Just want to remember that Bartender season 5, episode 3, I think Sunday, or episode
Yes.
4, episode 3.
This Sunday, yes.
This Sunday again. And if you're like me and it drive you crazy, but you can't stop watch it, welcome to the club. Don't worry yourself. And welcome to the club.
We have to leave the cliffhangers, you know, and stir the emotion a little bit, because it keeps people coming back.
Yeah, I am so happy that I'm Christian, because I would probably mash up the TV and cuss you off and probably block you and everybody else.
Oh, please don't. Please don't.
So I am so happy again, and all my Canadian persons who have been asking, I'll send you the link. You can go on my Planted But Needed Water, and if you go onto Orville page as well, you'll see the direct link. Go on to the YouTube channel, The Bartender. They also have the fan page as well. I've been saying, please, 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 follow that page as well. Follow me as well, and if you want me to follow you back, I'll send you. Just send me a message and I'll do that as well. So the fan page.
Merchandise is out as well,
yes.
So they can. Yeah, man. We have some
My only problem with that, and I was talking to some persons from your team about that, my only problem with the merch is that we only cater for tropical country. I may have a big problem with that. You understand?
Oh, they're looking to start some of the things. Yeah, they're doing some of the pullovers.
Yeah, me send an email a very feisty one. And I said, we need hoodie. We only wear t-shirt like probably one time out of the year, probably 1 month. You understand? Yeah. No. And me don't want to buy anything when me have to wear inside of the house. That's pointless. I want to show off and say, yeah, my people this. And yeah, you see what I mean? That's it. I want to when me go up on my speech and when me go talk to hundreds of women, I'm dressed in my bartender. You understand? And people asking me, who is this or what is this? And then I have something to say about it. Me don't want a t-shirt. Would it please? So please speed that up. Or sweaters.
That's it.
But guys, please go and support that. Get your merch. Definitely do that. And once you do that, once you get the different, there's another thing for persons who do not know. Orville, you know, you're the one who's supposed to be talking about the merch. But to tell you how much of a fan I am, I know these things, right? Everybody who's on the show have their own merch. Once you actually made the order. And if you go onto their page, there's a link as well. And if you go onto the fan page, there's a link. Once you get the order, right, just send a screenshot of it to the person that you support. Oh, that's all.
Hey, yo.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, or send it to me, and then I will forward it to the necessary person. So we bill it.
Yeah.
So we will definitely have a part 2 again. Again, just before I let Orville go, some of the things that he mentioned, some of the struggles and learning to make a decision, deciding when to say, you know what, this is what I want. This is what my purpose is. It is in my book, my true life story, the different abuse and everything. It is there. I don't look anything like what my struggles are. It is definitely in it. Yeah. Holy Papa, holy.
We're going to talk about how I can get one of those books. Because we're going to need for get a read.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much. It is on Amazon. It is definitely on Amazon. Just type in Planted But Needed Water. And you never can tell. The bartender is something, anything can happen. Anybody can pop up. So you never can tell. Just stick and stay. You never can tell. We're not making any hints or anything or making any proposals. But I'm just saying anything can happen. All right? Orville. Anything you want to say in closing before I let you go, sir?
People, thank you. This was refreshing. It was heartwarming. It was touching. Me well up a couple times. Me try all it, but let me tell you, these are the platforms that I like. This is the kind of reasoning I like to have. And we're livicated, not dedicated. We're livicated to empowerment, to entertain and educate people. If anybody know anything about Expressions JA, there's always going to be an educational component to our entertainment, so you can learn something from it. Remember when we did Stop Bartender, you saw one apartment, we dealt with some issues in there. We dealt with pregnancy, we dealt with abuse, we dealt with, you know, So
Corner shop. Jesus.
yeah, yeah, man. So we dealt with a couple of things. Please stay tuned. Please follow the movement. We are here. Um, Antoinette, the
Yes.
little place, your kitchen, is a sister of mine. She also has a book out as well.
We need to link up.
Um, yeah, Highways, Byways, and Beyond. I think it's on Amazon as well. But that's somebody who's coming from humble beginnings as well. When she told me that she was writing a book, I said, "Go for it, just go for it," and she
Nice.
did. So, when I see things that you're doing, I'm encouraged. Um, a big part of our development is the strength of the Black woman.
Yes.
So I have a whole heap of respect for you. I do have a whole heap of respect for other females in and around my life when I see them doing positive things, because I want to help move us forward. You know, I want to help move us forward. So thank you very much for this platform, not just for having me here, but just for this platform. And everybody was signing. Thank you very much for being here. Because I know someone here, me talk already, but I know someone, enough of the things them tonight, knock on out. I never know some of them things here. I kept it for Antoinette. Talk the truth. Too much
The
people
feeling
ask about
special.
things. They never know. It's pressure what you talk about. Love you. Big up
I
yourself.
love you so much. I'll call you in a bit. Guys, thank you so much again. Thank you, Professor Orville Hall. Guys, until next week, Wednesday, I will be talking to Amari Edwards. Yes, until next week, Wednesday, I am your girl. Thank you so much again. I am Empress Divine, Jazzle. All of you guys, thank you so much for really justly coming on. If you're not following me, please remember to hit the follow button. Follow me and I'll follow you back as well. And thank you. Until next week, I'm your girl Antoinette saying, despite of everything that you're going through, stay planted. Yeah, stay planted. Bless you. Mwah.